What's up, everybody? This is Dark Masick with Brutally Delicious, coming into the review of Nanowar of Steel's brand new compilation album, 20 Years of Steel. Okay, best part of this is the band did not start out being called Nanowar of Steel. They were just Nanowar, and then to make fun of Rhapsody of Fire, they added the of Steel later. So I've been fortunate enough to interview the band twice. I saw them on 70,000 Tons of Metal, talked to them there, and then saw them in Brooklyn last month. These guys are always a blast live. They're funny as shit. They're one of the hardest interviews I've ever done just because they're so funny that I lose my train of thought and have to think, oh geez, what question am I asking right after that? I primarily thought of them as a funny band. For some reason, I was always more stuck on the humor than I was on the musical talent. To draw an obvious comparison, Steel Panther is a band where they were funny at first, and I discovered them when I was 17, but pretty quickly was like, holy shit, Michael Starr is a great singer, and Satchel is a monster guitar player, and these songs fucking rule. Nanowar I always liked, but they were like comedy first, metal second. And after this, I'm really happy to say that I was able to get past that and see, wow, these dudes write great songs. The guitar playing is great. It's just an awesome band. And somehow, of all things, a 2-disc live compilation and 3-disc of B-sides does that for me. Yes, I literally listened to all 37 songs in a row. 37 in a row? There's way too many songs for me to get into literally all of them, but I tried to take notes of which of the live songs were highlights and which of the B-sides or whatever that third disc is stood out too. What is amazing to me is that the live disc, A, sounds great, and it sounds real. There are moments where the vocals are a teeny bit flat or maybe they sound a little strained, but it's human. I really think this was a direct live rip. Maybe there was an overdub somewhere, but this is definitely not a full re-record. What was, I thought, a very bold decision was to leave off all of their bits. It's the songs. There's an intro that's kind of funny, but the focus here is the music, and maybe that's why I got it this time. For those who have not seen Nanowar of Steel live, they are funny as hell, and they do a lot of funny introductions. Something about how Varg Vikernes has a cooking show, and it winds up with him like setting a church on fire. Cool, let's talk about the songs. From the live stuff. The actual track, Nanowar, is great. I'd never heard this one before. It sounds like this cool 80s metal song, but with a bit more oomph. It's not really power metal. It's just a great song. Garbanzo Robot. This song is killer. I'd never heard it before, and it's on here twice because there's a translated version. It's another really great chorus that's also not very power metal. I thought it was more just general 80s stuff, closer to like Bryan Adams than anything Fabio Lione would sing on. Odino and Valhalla. Here's a great sing-along. Even in streaming format, I was thinking to myself, I want to get up and jump along to this one. And they actually played Barbie Milk for this concert. I've seen the band 3 or 4 times now, and that's an amazing song. I love the Fabio guest on it, but they've never played it, so I was so glad to see it on here. It came off really strong. I'm really wondering why they didn't do it on the US tour. There is a track called Rap City, like rapping, and it's really funny. It's some guys doing a rap track of the chorus from Emerald Sword. Never thought of it, but it's brilliant. I hope I pronounced this one correctly. Il Signore degli Anelli. Here's another great one. It almost sounds like a soccer chant or something, kind of like the away, 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 away. Imagine telling a metal band, write a song in that style. And also, we got some bagpipes here. As for the studio tracks, Hello World is amazing. As a professional software engineer, I had to look up these lyrics, and sure enough, it is valid Java. In the lyric booklet, there is another section of lyrics that contains code that will crash your system. And maybe that's why they don't sing them, and it just turns into a weird garbage-sounding outro. Tip of my hat. Last but not least, Das Rotpfeffert. I probably butchered that pronunciation. Apparently it's a cover and it's really fun. I had never heard it before this, and stylistically it sounds like a metal band writing a national anthem. Okay, so 37 tracks is a lot, and normally I'd be sick of a band after that, but this really made me rethink my view of the band. I think that a lot of metal can take itself way too seriously, and I think that trope is why Nanowar exists in the first place, but this also showed that they are first and foremost great songwriters. This compilation has more great choruses than it has moments that will make you laugh. I walked away with this a brand new attitude, and you should too. Thanks, dudes. Rock on.